have three versions of our products that you can work with. We've got a community version which is free. We got a home-based version which is bundled and packaged for home use. And we've got a business version, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. The business version of ClearOS is sold through partners and direct to end users in a very aggressive pricing model. If you look at the pricing for ClearOS, you can buy version 7 of our ClearOS product for $9 a month, which is the bronze basic operating system available to you. For $29 a month, you get a bundle of not only the operating environment that bronze includes, but it also comes with commercial URLs for content filtering, signatures for intrusion detection, antivirus and anti-spam rules that come as a subscription, remote configuration backup, and dynamic managed VPN. Both of those come with community support and full documentation and are version controlled like an enterprise product should be. The difference between our community version and our business version is basically that version control and quality assurance that we apply. So if you're going to use ClearOS in a production environment, we highly recommend you use the business version, one of the bronze, silver, gold, or platinum. We also have gold and platinum versions which come with ClearCenter support. We call that ClearCare. ClearCare, available on Gold, is an 8x5 technical support with email and remote login support, and it has a 1-day business response time, and it's available on all ClearCenter products. We also have a platinum level support, which is an 8x5 technical support, 24/7 for customer outages, and it also includes phone support in addition to remote login and email. Chat support's available on both of these options. With the Platinum, you get a 4-hour support response time. You also get remote system monitoring alerts and remote file security alerts available to you. If you're going to do mission critical failover and configuration, that support's available only on Platinum. The product price for Gold is $49 a month or $109 a month for Platinum. These prices we feel are very, very competitive, and it puts us in an arena where we can build the solutions you need at a very affordable price. Now let me jump in and show you the actual product itself. This is a server that's located in my office here in Orem, Utah, where we're based. I'm going to give you a tour of what's included in this user interface, but there's a couple of things I want to get across to you. First of all, the differences between ClearOS and CentOS and other Linux-based operating environments come down to three basic things. The first thing is the graphical user interface that I'll show you today. The second one is the marketplace that we've built on top of ClearOS. And the third is its affordability and ease of use features built around the support functions. So let me give you a real quick tour. If you've ever played with Linux today, you've probably tried to add a user in the command line interface environment that we all know and love so much. Let me show you how you add a user. On the dashboard, there's this little widget you can add that allows you to add a user to this server. I'm actually in the server environment, in the environment for the server itself, and I'm going through and I can put a username and password in. I've set up app policies that I can enable or disable for each user. I can create access through the login shell, so I do have the ability, if I want to give this administrative user I'm setting up or this user that I'm setting up access to the command line to provide typical user Linux functions. I also can set up email aliases, groups, and window group policies. We do have Active Directory connectors as well as user G Suite connectors that will allow you to take advantage of the directories that you've set up in those environments if that's your preferred environment. These are based on LDAP environments that we've set up here locally on the server. It's as simple as that to create a user. If you've ever tried to do that in a command line environment, unless you're a command line wizard, that's hard to do. Let me now show you the support capabilities that are built into the graphical user interface. If you're looking inside the server, you'll see the support button. When you click on it, you get direct access to all of our support capabilities. You have the advanced knowledge base and documentation available to you. We have a very strong and robust and active user community that will support you in the forums. All three of those are available in all 4 versions of the business, ClearOS 7 Business. You can also, if you paid for the gold or the platinum, use the supported ticket and real-time chat support engines to generate direct support from ClearCenter. Everybody gets access to submit a bug report, and frankly, the active nature of our community is what keeps this a strong and vibrant operating environment. I want to show you the marketplace next. The marketplace are the applications that are very similar to what you see on your cell phone. Whether you use Apple or whether you use Google, both of them have an application store that you can buy the operating system that comes with your phone. If you buy a HPE microserver, it comes with an operating system installed, very similar to your phone. And then you can go to the marketplace to build that phone out the way you want. The same can be done here. You can come in and look at applications that are designed for the cloud, the server, the network, the gateway layer, applications that help you run and drive your system, and create reports that you can use to both manage and report out on the system's key characteristics. You can filter based on whether we have free or paid apps. The free apps here represent the majority of the apps in the marketplace, but there are paid applications that you can pay for as you go. You can look at applications based on the time since they were introduced, and you can also look at what's installed versus uninstalled in the marketplace. I'm just going to go through right now and look at some of the not installed applications and just give you a sense of these are applications that are not installed in the marketplace that I may want to look at. I can click on Learn More and I can see detailed information around who developed this app. You can get an app overview. You can start free trials in many instances. You can do the Learn More, which will take you to the company website, as well as giving you some screenshots. Many times there's videos, and there's also reviews available for you to look at. This is a good way for you to search out and see what capabilities you can add to the server that you have in place. I'll remind you that many of the applications in the marketplace are free, so you have the ability to absolutely test out new environments and new solutions and services that you can add to your server to see what makes up the correct solution for you. If you want to install an application, you can click on Select for Install. The applications are aware of the environment they're in. You have many opportunities to install applications. There may be more than one choice in a particular function you're trying to accomplish. And when that happens, if you try to install an application that's already got a competing app installed, it will tell you that and won't allow you to install it. It'll give you the opportunity to go back in, take out the competing application, and move forward. I can come down and look at an application that hasn't been installed. When I click on that, it'll give me the opportunity to select multiple applications. Once I've selected the ones I want to install, I come up here and click on Select Install. This one happens to be free, so I just hit download and install, and away it goes. If this was a paid application, it would give me the opportunity to put a payment structure in. I can use ACS, I can use PayPal, I can use a credit card. I can also pre-purchase applications and put money in there for application spend if I need to. That's basically the tour of the marketplace. It gives you a good sense of the 100+ applications that are out there. We are growing constantly, and it gives you a good sense of how you find applications based on the needs you have. Let's talk now about how the actual business side of the house over here on the left-hand side is structured. These are the actual server applications and services that are installed on this service. So if I have an application, let me come up here and talk about the installed applications. If I have an application that's installed, when I'm looking at it from the marketplace, I'll see a button that says Configure. That shows me that that application is installed. I can also find that application when I come over here to the left-hand side. They're grouped based on the layer that it's trying to address. If you look at the cloud layer, I have an application in here from Dropbox that's a free application. If you're using Enterprise Dropbox, this application gives you the ability to sync your Dropbox Enterprise cloud version to your server. That way you have complete access to it for your convenience and for your security. You also have the ability to back up and recover that from a version control perspective. So it's very easy if you have a crazy employee that comes in, deletes everything in the Enterprise Dropbox accounts, quits, and feels like they got one over on you, you have the ability to just pull that back up. Now you can do that from Dropbox. You can have them pull that down, but this gives you another layer of security, and it's a free application. It only takes up the extra space that you're going to put on your file storage system. So as long as you have additional storage, then it's there's no cost to you for implementing this extra layer of support. Let me talk a little bit about the gateway layer. We have applications that fit into categories such as anti-malware, content filtering and proxying, intrusion detection, and filtering. I want to talk specifically in a separate demo about gateway.management. This is a third-party application that is very, very disruptive. It basically blocks outbound traffic to all 30 million domains and allows you to only allow the traffic necessary to get out. In today's environment where the danger becomes inside agent reaching out to establish command and control with a malicious domain, this application actually protects from that. So the WannaCry virus, the Adobe spoof that happened recently, those would all be blocked as a very disruptive technology to secure your environment. We'll show this in a separate demo. Continuing on down, looking at the server, there are the typical server applications like backup, database, directory, file and print management, messaging, and web. What you would expect when you look at a server environment, we can look right here and see that Microsoft SQL is up and running. Although we don't do the Microsoft licensing, SQL runs really nice in a Linux environment. So you can install SQL, purchase a Microsoft license for SQL, and run it from here. We have directory services. You can use LDAP. We have an Active Directory connector as well as a Google Suite connector. So depending on your directory environments, you can set yourself up this server up as a primary, or you can use it as a secondary in those environments. Your typical file and print management is also available. When you look at the network layer, you see things like firewall and VPN, as well as bandwidth control and device management. This gives you full control. We've done a recent blog post on how you can use ClearOS in a UTM advanced firewall environment as a standalone environment, application. And that's a great use of the network environment, or it can be incorporated into a more robust server that does all of these things. From a systems perspective, your backup, recovery, setting, user account management is all set up right here. And then I never want to bypass this notion of reports. There are a tremendous amount of real-time and static reporting capability that's available on the system through the marketplace. This gives you the ability to look at your bandwidth, your disk utilization, your processor and memory utilization, as well as the network and threat statistics that you're seeing on the network, so that you can not only manage the systems effectively real time, but you can also produce reports weekly or monthly to demonstrate the kind of work that's been done throughout the environment.